Why don't I start by saying how excited the Australian delegation is to participate in BioAsia Taiwan this year, 2025. For the last few years now, since after COVID, our delegation has becoming bigger and bigger. And this year we'll have 24 companies from Australia with 45 delegates. So we're very excited to be here. Well, Taiwan is an innovation and technological powerhouse, and Australia has enormous strengths in life sciences. This is something that we think is actually very complementary between our two economies, and ultimately, in regards to biotechnology and in the medical field, what we want is to focus on new drugs and new therapeutics that actually advances people's lives and and saves lives, and new medicines. And then there's nothing sort of more noble than that. Through the journey, of course, there's a lot of business to be done and a lot of collaboration. And so I think that this industry is really terrific, and it's really good to see BioAsia Taiwan getting stronger every year, and no doubt we will actually get a lot more companies coming in future years. This is a two-side, there's two sides to every coin, of course, and we're also very excited that many Taiwanese companies are interested in Australia. So we brought a large delegation of Taiwanese companies to Australia for AusBiotech last year, and would like to do the same for this year.
Yes, I think this conference, BioAsia Taiwan, here in Taipei, goes from strength to strength. Each year is better than the previous year, and the fact that so many Australians have come for this year's event is a testament to the quality of the event, and that by attending, delegates get the kind of connections that lead to business outcomes. I think Australians, like people from Taiwan, are interested in action, getting things done, and impact. And the fact that so many Australians come to BioAsia Taiwan just underlines that it's a conference that leads to business outcomes. I think Australia and Taiwan share an export orientation around their economies. We're globally minded. We're very collaborative. We believe that by working together we can get things done. And that's very much what my organisation, MTPConnect, supports. We're established by the Australian government, but we're a not-for-profit or a non-profit organisation solely focused on developing life sciences in Australia. Taiwan is a key market for our sector. It's often said we're famous for clinical trials, particularly early phase trials. That is true. And it is because we we can get a trial up and running very quickly relative to pretty well any other country. It's very cost effective, 60% less expensive than doing a trial in America, 20% less expensive than doing a trial in Canada. There's lots of really good incentives, but really importantly, the quality is there of the data that's generated. It's built over 30 years of heritage. And that's why we are a go-to destination for clinical trials.
And also I'd like to add that in Australia, our health and medical system is really second to none in the world. We have top institutions that look at, that focuses on cancer research and a whole range of different sort of areas that are really, cutting edge and extremely sort of well regarded, by institutions around the world. So this ecosystem is absolutely terrific.
Yes, that's Australia is also well known for the quality of its research. We're a top 5 research country in the world. We're also very good at advanced manufacturing. We've seen companies like Moderna and BioNTech and Sanofi establish in Australia in recent years. That's a reflection of the quality of our ecosystem. But as I say, we like to work with people, and we get more done, we get better outcomes, we get them quicker, and that's why we're more than happy to be here in Taipei for this great conference.
And I think that there's, I think Stuart, you talked about sort of partnerships, before the, and I think both Australia and Taiwan, being medium-sized economies, we need partners around the world to actually, succeed. And the success that both Taiwan and Australia, have in our economies is as a result of partnerships. Sort of, we're not big, individually as economies of our own. So, something like biotech requires so many partnerships in order to actually make something, work. And this is a terrific area for extra collaboration.
And when you boil it down, Christopher, I think there's an ease of doing business between Australia and Taiwan. We're in the same time zone, literally the same time zone if you're working in Perth in Western Australia, only a couple of hours difference on the east coast. Direct flights, it's only a 9-hour flight, and that really makes a difference when you're trying to work together and in a collaborative way. You can solve problems in real time, get the advances that you need. I think that shouldn't be underappreciated as well.
That's right. And it also goes to peoples as well. More and more Taiwanese people are living in Australia, and we have a lot of Taiwanese students or working holiday makers as well. We also get a lot of exchange students actually from Australia to Taiwan, and that's really terrific. That builds sort of familiarity and understanding between the two sides, and it's really good for business and also for research. I'm very lucky to actually meet a lot of Australian alumni, so Taiwanese students who have studied in Australia and they've succeeded and they've come back to Taiwan to start their own businesses, and then when they want to actually do something exciting and break out into a startup and things, they often actually reach back to their university professors in Australia and say, let's work on this project that we've always wanted to do. And that's another way in which I think our two sides can work together. And I like to see that a lot more in biotech.
Yeah. So in summary, from my perspective, Australia is one of the biggest international presences at this conference. I think we have the biggest international pavilion.
That's right.
At BioAsia Taiwan. It's gearing up now, and I can't wait for next year and coming back again and doing even more business.
Well, I think in that regard, BioAsia Taiwan, Australian companies are starting to realize BioAsia Taiwan isn't just about Taiwan, it's about the region now. So it has greater reach into the wider region, which is really important. And on top of that, I think that it's very hard to find two better partners than Australia and Taiwan in the area of biotechnology and clinical trials.
I think if you think about the mindset of Australians and Taiwanese people about getting things done and being innovative, being entrepreneurial. We certainly are very good at clinical trials, and we look to collaborate on clinical trials, but it's not just clinical trials. It's you could ask what else could we be doing together? We could be doing anything together. And when you build those connections, cultural, business, then the sky is the limit in terms of what outcomes you can get.
Yeah, I agree.